Welcome to the November 2025 Monthly Market Report. I'm Dean Brown with Brown & Brown Realty here in Franklin, Tennessee. Today, we're going to break down the key data shaping the housing market. Mortgage rates, affordability, inventory, and price trends, so you know exactly what it means for you as a buyer, seller, or investment. So let's jump in. Mortgage spreads have narrowed significantly in 2025, helping mortgage rates reach the 6% range. Without this improvement, rates would likely have remained much higher. Logan Machami highlights spreads as the hidden force powering improved affordability. Mortgage spreads show volatility in the market. So if you look at the difference in the 30-year mortgage rate versus the 10-year Treasury securities yield, you can see that, if there's a really big gap in those two, there's a lot of volatility. So as that gap is lowered and narrowed, then there's a little less volatility in the market. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of a change in the market here. So this is startling here. Only 2.8% of U.S. homes have sold in 2025. Now that's actually the lowest turnover rate in 30 plus years. With home turnover rates at the lowest really since before even 2012, according to the slide here, homeowners are staying put largely due to low mortgage rates, limiting inventory, and a slowing overall market movement. Jerome Powell, he's the Fed chairman, he notes that a December rate cut is actually uncertain. The Federal Reserve is divided and no clear decision has been made. Mortgage rate projections remain fluid heading into 2026. Affordability changes and the lock-in effect are slowing turnover. Over 70% of homeowners actually have a rate below 5%, and economic uncertainty continues to make buyers cautious. Having said that, over 11,000 homes still sell every day in the U.S. Even during slower markets, real estate remains active, with about 8 homes selling every minute. Existing home sales are showing signs of recovery. Lower rates, easing inflation pressures, and gradual inventory growth are helping to re-energize the market. Now, there are 3 key drivers of this recovery. Number one, declining mortgage rates. They've been coming down all year. A weakening lock-in effect as more owners choose lifestyle changes over rates. And then number 3, increasing inventory, and that gives buyers more options. So you can see here, mortgage rates have trended downward through 2025, reaching the lowest levels in nearly 2 years. And that is actually boosting buyer demand. So what we're starting to see is homes are actually selling at a more normal pace now, with rates and prices lowering. And we'll show you that here in just a minute. Monthly mortgage payments, as a result of the rates dropping, have declined thanks to easing rates and slight price adjustments, and that's actually improving affordability for buyers out there. Here's a surprising fact. Wage growth is actually accelerating faster than housing costs, and that hasn't happened for a long time. So giving buyers, some additional purchasing power. With rates near 6.26%, affordability has improved. Monthly payments now require only 30% of the median income. That's the middle number, down from over 35% in 2023. House buying power is at the highest point since early 2022. I know it's only 2.5 years, but as income rises and rates fall, and that actually improves what buyers can actually afford. This is actually one of the most interesting slides this month. It's my favorite. It shows how interest rates shifted, with sub 3% rates rising sharply in late 2019 and leveling off by late 2021, right when the rate lock effect began. Now that lock-in effect is easing as more homeowners move for lifestyle reasons like jobs, family changes, or downsizing. Many homeowners are actually moving despite giving up a low rate. Life changes like jobs, family needs, or downsizing are starting to outweigh the value of keeping an ultra-low mortgage. In fact, what we're seeing is more mortgages now have rates above 6% than in the past decade. That signals a shift in owner expectations and increased willingness to move. And we're also seeing homes for sale increasing, and that's noticeably in 2025. And that gives buyers more selection and reduced competition. Even though applications slipped a bit this week, they're still running 20% above last year's levels. Experts forecast rising home sales in 2026 as affordability improves and more listings actually hit the market. So we should see more home sales. And what we've seen this year, and I think everybody's seen it, inventory has increased year over year, and that reinforces improved buying conditions. Just more availability for houses out there for buyers to see. And in fact, what you're seeing is sales activity has settled back into a normal historical range. That shows the market is returning to typical historical conditions. Home price trends vary widely by the local market. So tourist-heavy areas like Orlando, Miami, and San Francisco are seeing prices soften, while markets such as Cleveland, Buffalo, and Detroit are on the rise. This slide is a closer, more detailed look at some of the price trend data from the previous slide. So it's a little bit more of a micro level, but you can see the changes here in prices. I haven't seen this in a long time, but because normally it's one state or the other, but price reductions are widespread. They're impacting all 50 states nationwide. This tells us that the sellers across the country are adjusting their expectations and responding to shifting market conditions, whether it's due to increased inventory, changing demand, or affordability pressures. Price cuts have become a normal and a national trend, not just a regional one. While all markets are trending lower, experts anticipate an average price gain of 1.7% across the country year over year. In fact, a $400,000 home purchased in January 2025 could generate over $60,000 in the next 5 years. So they still see prices increasing, and this is a great slide for all of you out there that might be renting and thinking that it's a better situation for you. It's not. You're going to be losing money over the next 5 years. Okay, this is one of my favorite slides. Again, most agents know what is happening. Good agents understand what's happening, and only great agents can explain what's happening. So let's get you connected with a great agent. Okay, whether you're across town or across the country, we have trusted professionals ready to serve you. If you're considering a purchase or a sale or an investment property and want expert advice, call us at 615-827-4407. Thank you for joining me for the November 2025 monthly market report. Have a wonderful month, and I look forward to seeing you in December. Bye.